For 200 million years, turtles have survived on Earth. Yet these reptiles remain one of the most mysterious creatures alive today. There are over 300 species of turtle on the planet. They inhabit both the sea and inland waterways and are found on every continent in the world except Antarctica. Both saltwater and freshwater turtles have similarities and differences, but the one thing they have most in common is that they are all at risk. It all begins on a closed-in beach after where mating in spring, mothers come to lay between 2 and 5 clutches with up to 150 eggs in each nest. 8 weeks later, under the light of the moon, an amazing journey begins. These are loggerhead turtle hatchlings, seeing the world for the first time after being buried in the sand, developing inside their eggs. Their sex was determined from the temperature of the sand, females if it is warmer and males if cooler. When they emerge, the young have already been out of their shells for 5 days, so they can stretch and gather energy before they're run to the water's edge. But from the moment the eggs are laid, these turtles face a lifetime of danger, both natural and man-made. Only 1 in 1,000 will survive to maturity. Some aren't lucky enough to even survive hatching. Exhausted and vulnerable, the turtles will begin their sprint for the shoreline, using the moon's reflection as a navigation tool. Every shuffle forward of their body is vital, and once the hatchlings reach the safety of the water, they cannot rest until boarding the East Australian Current at least 3 days later. Turtles range in size from 4 inches to over 2 meters long. On the sand, they're almost immobile, but in the water, turtles can swim at very high speeds. Freshwater turtles are quite small and generally don't grow larger than the size of a dinner plate. Most are carnivorous, and each species has its own method for catching prey.
So in Australia we've got around 30 different species of freshwater turtles, and they come under 2 different groups, short and long necks. And this one here is a long neck turtle. This is Chelodina rugosa, which is a northern species of long neck turtle. And these guys are quite a lot different to short neck turtles because they've got this long sort of snake-like neck. And it's exactly that, it's a snake-like neck, and it's used for ambushing. As you can see, these guys, they can retreat their neck right sort of next to their shell, just like that. And then they'll lie in ambush on the bottom of the river or pond, and they'll usually sort of submerge their body so it's covered in moss as well, very well camouflaged, and then they'll retreat that neck out as far as they can to grab a fish or a prawn swimming by. So they're actually carnivorous and they only eat meat.
The short-necked turtles like this fella here is an omnivore, so they'll basically be eating a variety of plant, fallen fruit material and live food. The short neck allows them to not be a specialist feeder as such. These guys don't have teeth, they have more of a beak, and this helps them grip onto their food. They don't chew their food as such, they'll actually bite down really hard, and they'll use these long claws on their front feet to actually tear away at their food once it's inside their mouth. You'll notice on their claws they're highly webbed, and so these guys are very good at climbing, and very good at walking on land, unlike some of the marine turtles, and they have these claws to help dig their nests. In areas that have low oxygenation in the water, they can actually take water in through their behind, and they can extract the air out of the water into their system without actually having to come to the surface to breathe. So we do have a couple of turtle species that can do this, and that's one of the unique things about a couple of our Australian turtles.
The turtle's anatomy is quite unique compared to other reptiles and mammals. While there is a common belief that the body and skeletal structure is contained inside it, a turtle's shell is actually part of the main body. The spine and ribs are each fused to the top part of the shell, the carapace. The plastron is the underside of the shell, and together there are over 60 different bones in a turtle shell alone. The visible plates on the carapace are called scutes, and these are shed from time to time. Turtles have lungs, so they do need to breathe, but these reptiles have adapted to living underwater. Some marine turtles can extract oxygen from water through the skin on their neck, and also their rear cloacal area. The ocean can be a dangerous place for marine turtles, and that is mainly due to human impact. Some turtles feed only on jellyfish and will mistake a plastic bag for food. Others can get caught in nets and rubbish or choke. Because turtles need to breathe, they must surface for air, but this can result in a collision with boat propellers. Some escape with paralysed hind flippers, but tragically, others won't survive. Fortunately, there are many organisations working to help save marine turtles across the globe. The SeaWorld Research Foundation in Australia helps rehabilitate sick and injured turtles back to full health so they can be released back into the ocean for a second chance at survival. There is no other animal that holds such beauty and grace as the turtle. The journey that these creatures embark on and the lifetime of hardships they endure earn much respect from mankind. However, if we don't play our small part in protecting them, turtles will soon disappear from our world. But for now, we have the chance to appreciate and learn from them. These peaceful animals truly are our angels of the water.